going down, peeps? It's your boy, Sandman again. Friendly neighborhood Sandman with another story to tell. Now, we all know what internet dating can be like. Some of us do anyway. Sometimes you find somebody you talk to online, they're cool or whatever, it might just happen. This is kind of how I look at it. You got a lot of chicks who say, I don't date people online because, that's just crazy. That's crazy. But when you go to a mall or a movie or a grocery store, the only difference between you and meeting a guy in a spot like that is the public. Like, there are people around. Okay, yeah, I understand, the dangers and all of that, such and such. But the dude ain't going to be less crazy if he's in public than if he is online. He going to be the same crazy dude in public. Or he could be crazy online. It don't matter. It doesn't matter if you meet him online or in public. So, having said that, I'm going to be real. I met a few chicks online and over the past few years and, thought it would be a cool thing to do. Maybe that's a cool thing to do. They got all this other stuff, dating sites and all that. So the first chick I met online was real fly. She was Caucasian chick, real pretty, long blonde hair. Went to the mall and met her way up North Georgia. And went up there and met the chick and she was great. Everything was cool. My trademark, the lotion. And everything was good. So, I went on that. So the next girl I met, I talked to her online and on the phone for a while, same way. And she told me where she lived and everything and come meet her and all of this. So I went to the house. So it was late one night. She had begged and begged and begged because I said I was going to go. And then I was like, no, I ain't going. You know what I mean? I was kind of like, eh. And then finally when I did go, she lived about an hour and a half away. And I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. So I was like, well, I'll go out there and check her out or whatever. Now, I get out there and the house was it was dark. It was nighttime. So when I got up to the door, I rang the doorbell. And, I waited on somebody to come to the front door. Somebody comes to the garage. I'm looking like, the hell? Somebody at the garage? I'm looking over there like... And the light don't come on. And a girl comes out the door. So I walk over to the garage and I'm looking like... What the fuck? Fuck is that? Yo, I get on the inside where some light. This bitch, I'm sorry, man. I know people can't help how they look, but for you to insinuate or maybe kind of mislead a person, because she didn't have a picture at all. Now the other chick, the white chick, she didn't have a picture either, but she was great. I get up there, man. This chick was hideous. I'm talking about, like, she was like, and I'm looking like, God dang, like, okay. First of all, her hair was through. Her hair looked like a fried out, fucked up ass perm. Like it was gone. Like it was like toasty. Like it was gone. Like I was like, God dang. Then this bitch, she didn't even get dressed. She had on a pink shirt with some white shorts, pink ass, not bunny slippers, but some pink ass old school grandmama fluffy ass feather bitch like slippers. Not house shoes, but slippers. You slip your foot in with some black ass ankles that was so fucking ashy. It looked like the bitch lived in the sandbox. Like, it was ridiculous. And this is the crazy part. Like, her ankles were black, but her legs and everything else was light. She was two-tone. She was dark up here. And then down bottom, she was like light-skinned. And I was looking at this bitch sitting next to her in the living room. When I got her in the light, it was like really fucked up. I'm looking like, what the fuck? And she was like 18 or 19 or something. I can't remember. But she lived at home with her mom and her dad and her sister. And the mom and the sister was sitting in the living room in the den, actually. And the dad was in the back. That motherfucker would not come out. He just hollered in there. And she was trying to get him to come in there. He wouldn't come in there. And the sister and the mom looked at me kind of funny, like, damn, what you doing here? Like, that don't match. And then she went back there to try to talk to him. And he's like, where it come from? And she told him, and he was like, way out there for you. I mean, that's her dad said this shit is God is why. Like, I hate to say God and the S word the same sense. Forgive me, Lord, but as God is my witness, her dad said that. He was like, he drove way out here for you. He must be crazy. He said that, and I'm like, even the dad is dissing this chick, like her real dad, not a stepdad. I'm talking about he didn't come out the back at all. It was like he was so embarrassed. He was like,
No.
I'm not doing it. I don't even want him to see who I am. I'm gonna stay back here chilling. So we went in the living room, and I'm like, man, as soon as I seen that bitch, I went to bounce. Like, I was like, fuck, man. Like, god damn. So I'm in there, and I'm looking at this bitch, and the more I look at her, the more she's, like, looking fucked up. She has some thick-ass eyebrows, like fucking Eddie Monster shits. My hair was fucked up. I said that already. Her skin tone was fucked up. Her face was beat the fuck down. Then she had, like, some raggedy-ass, like, gaps in her teeth. Like, you ever seen, like, spaces in people's teeth? Like, you know, they not close like this. They like d look like somebody went in that shit and just, you know, kind of knocked out each extra other tooth like that. I mean, for real, like
flawless victory.
Them shits was spaced out like the houses in Georgia. Like, you know, houses in Connecticut and Ohio and all that shit. Y'all houses be like right up here. In Georgia, them shits be like way out here. Like we have like 2-3 acres easy like that. That's how her teeth were. And man, I'm sitting here, and like, to top it off, I'm sitting here looking at her, I'm checking her, and like, I didn't really look at her when I was talking. But sometimes I would look over at the bitch and I'm like, man, that bitch eye fucked up. Like, one eye, I couldn't tell where the fuck she was looking. I didn't know if it was at me or over there. I'm like, man, I drove an hour and a half of this bullshit, and I stayed up there for like 30 minutes in the house. So about 30 minutes went by, you know, I got a heart. I was like, man, I can't just leave. Because if I come up here and I just leave, she going to be like, I know why he left. So I was like, man, I can't do that to her. She can't help how she look. But god dang, she can do something about that nappy ass, fucked up ass head. And them grandmama bunny slippers got to get the fuck out of here ASAP. So I'm like, shit. I was like, well, it's getting late. Time to get the fuck out of here. And I looked over and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. So, you know, I'll call you later.
Bullshit.
And, y'all take it easy. So, she was like,
You can't leave.
well, don't leave yet. And I was like,
I want to play.
shit, I didn't want to stay in this motherfucker long as I did. So, she go out to the car, and we get in the car, and then something's like, I know what I asked her, I said, well, I do need to go to Walmart. I need some noodles because I'm kind of getting tired. So, she was like, well, yeah, I'll tell you, I can show you where it's at. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'm thinking, man. And the man in me was like, you drove an hour and a half for nothing. For nothing. So you need to make sure that you get something out of this. And my dick was like, my cock was like, I'm not fucking this bitch. And my mind was like, I'm not fucking this bitch. And my whole body was like, nigga, we ain't doing it. We don't care what you think. We don't care what you try to justify. You better drive this little race car back to the house and get your ass in the bed. We ain't gonna do it. You understand? We're not gonna do it. Not do it, but do it. So, I was like, shit. I said, man, fuck this shit. This bitch gonna suck it. So, I was like, well, you know,
swallow the fucking jizz.
why don't you just suck it? Like, I straight up looked at her and just was like, why don't you just suck it? Word up. And she was like,
Stick it in my mouth.
So we sitting in the car, it's dark, motherfucker. She lived on some rural ass street. So I just leaned back like this, like, looking around like, please don't nobody catch me with this bitch and this motherfucker. And like, and let me tell you something. You know how they say everybody got a gift? And everybody got a gift? At least one gift? That ugly bitch. That ugly bitch sucked my cock so well, I made her do it 3 times. We were in the car 3 more hours.
I'll give you
For
the
real.
best blowjob
I'm talking
you've
about she
ever
was
had.
a motherfucking champ.
Excellent.
And I suddenly thought just now to myself, well, no wonder. Somebody else probably had the same idea I did and was like, I'm not fucking that. But boy, yo, you talking about throwing down in the A-town? I was like, God dang, I'm talking about.
Excellent.
Man, that bitch in the top 3. It's hard to do with me. I'm a picky mother. Top 3. At the time, she was top uno. And that hour and a half was suddenly looking like shit. That was just 15 minutes. I'm straight. Yo, 3 times I made the bitch do it in the car for 3 fucking hours. And ooh, Lord. 3 hours. I came 3 times in 3 hours. That chick was about it. About it. So I was like, after that, I was like, I really am sleeping. But it's weird. There's something about it, like, when you get in a situation where you with a chick and she ain't fly. You ain't fly. You ain't fly. Soon as you come, you just be like, it kind of make you sick to your stomach. Like, you're like, damn, I can't believe I did this shit. I'm really ready for you to get the fuck out the car. Sorry. But that's how it goes. Like, it's just, at that moment, all the shit that you thought you wanted goes out of you. And then when you come, you just be looking at her like, man, what the fuck? Get away from me. So that's how you know what I'm saying? You just be like, you really gotta love somebody. Because if it's just about sex, when that's over, you be ready for their ass to dip. When that's over, you be ready for their ass to dip. So, man, I was like, all right, I need to go to the Walmart. Can you tell me shit? I'll go with you. I was like, fuck. Man, that bitch didn't even put no shoes on. Don't you know she wore them same sorry ass flip-flop house shoe shits? I was like, fuck. So, we get over there, right? And, I had never seen this before in my life. But it was crazy because when we got there, they were still closing at midnight. You know them old school Walmarts, like in the rural country places, they close at like midnight. This bitch told me that last week she was there and they were open 24 hours. They didn't close at midnight. And when we got out of the car, people were looking at us because you could see it all that. Like, they were looking at me and looking at her like, what the fuck is that, nigga? Did you really just do that? Did you really just do that shit? Are you serious? What? And before we can get in the store, they locked up. They were closed. We closed at midnight. And then she was like, y'all were open 24 hours last week. And I'm looking like, they changed the hours because they saw your ugly ass coming. They locking up because you here. They locking up so your ass won't come in this motherfucker. Like, that's how bad man. That was an ugly, ugly bitch. Ugly bitch. But anyway, that's been 13 motherfucking minutes. 13 minutes of this shit that I've been telling y'all about this chick. Like, I know my readers are going to be pissed off because they can't view the video. Sometimes y'all be on the phone. Y'all can't get to a video. I know I look tired. I'm sorry. I ain't been sleeping. I'm tired of motherfucker. You can look at me and tell my eyes reddish. I should have put on some Visine or something. I'm tripping. But anyway, I just had to tell you, it's not really late. It's just 10:30, but I don't ever sleep. So anyway, for those who can't view the video on the phone, please go home and watch this. I don't think I could have written it any better. I think I might maybe kind of write some of the shit I didn't say. But I don't know. I think it's just better if I just do videos, man. Because this shit here, it's tiring doing a video and then like writing this shit. Like I do part of the story in the beginning and then I write the last shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Like I think the video is just better. So anyway, shout outs to everybody who following. Shout outs to everybody I didn't shout out before. Shout out to my muse. Appreciate it all, y'all. And it's 15 minutes, that's what changed. And I didn't even put up the pictures or run the credits, man. I might not even do the pictures. I might just play the music like for like 5 seconds with, I don't know. It's so long, y'all might be pissed. So anyway, I'm about to edit this thing out. Shout out to everybody. Y'all check out the new blog and the new video. It's your boy the Sandman. Deuces.